And a good Thursday evening, everybody. It's Miller Man here at the Tribal Council Chambers in Rosebud. We're going to be getting started here in a bit here. We just wanted to check in and let you know that we're here live. And we want to thank the election committee for inviting us down, also the administration for requesting us to come down, RST Communications, as well as the radio station KOY-FM. And I want to thank our support personnel, Roger Ellard, who is running the cameras and doing all the behind-the-scenes work, and also Kellen Star Chief, who is covering up at the radio station on KOYA, doing the live stream and making that possible over the air. So we want to say thank you to both of you gentlemen here tonight. Again, I'll be with you all through the evening. We've got a lot of stuff to get into, but we'll be going live and then going back to the radio station as well. So Kellen, just to let you know, but wanted to again say thank you to Melvin Schott, the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Election Office, also Administrative Assistant, also Automated Election Services, Burdett and TJ, also KOYA, Channel 93, all community judges, all community officers, also Pat Badhand and the Red Leaf Drum Group, who will be here in just a few minutes. Also reminding everybody, during the primary, Lawrence Iyett was here and did the live broadcast, and we were at the radio station doing a live broadcast as well. So we want to say thank you to them. Also, All Stop, Turtle Creek, Buoys, the Wigwam in White River, and the Country Fair Store in Winter. So again, shout outs to everybody who participated there, and we appreciate everybody who is tuning in tonight. We do have Rosebud that came in. They're going through the process of getting the information tallied and tabulated, whatever the case may be. And the gentleman that is with the company, Automated Election Services, TJ, he gave a brief explanation of how they work that, and they bring in the ballot boxes and such like that. But again, as everybody knows by now, for secretary, it was Tonia Ray Marshall and Allyson Wright, Broncho Bill Wright. Also for treasurer is the incumbent, Louis Wayne Boyd, and Myrna Knox. So also we do have the general election for the community chairs, and for community chair and local chairperson up for grabs tonight is Melinda Yellow Eagle and Josh Wilson. For Black Pipe chairperson up for grabs, Natasha Larvey, or Tasha for short, and Gerald Eaglebear. For Corn Creek chairperson, it's Audie Larvey and Gary Blackbear. For Grass Mountain chairperson up for grabs for the election today is Nicholas Burnett and Vanessa Red Hawk Thompson. Also for Grass Mountain vice chairman, it is Katrina Delicia and Nicole Stone. For parliamentary chairperson up for grabs in the election this year is Archie Brown, Leo Guru Sr., and Ramona Strait. For Rosebud chairperson is Leanne M. Long, Llewellyn M. Wright, and William W. B.B. Long. Also for Rosebud secretary is Malaya Kills Warrior and 𝗦𝗡𝗙 King. For Soldier Creek chairperson up for grabs is Lisa Blacklance and Tennille Burning Breast. And for St. Francis, I got to get up on this one because it's kind of hard to see with the table on the way, but it's St. Francis chairperson up for grabs is Sharon Barrow, Willard Henry Sr., and Jonna M. Brave. So that's what's going on here so far. Like I said, I'm going to turn. We've got Rosebud that came in. They're doing the counts right now. And SF is here now. So we've got two of the big communities here tonight already. That's Rosebud and St. Francis. We don't have any tallies yet, but as soon as we get the tallies, you'll be able to view those on the camera system as well. Wanted to, again, remind everybody, as always, this is a kind of a process that takes some time. So we want to make sure that everybody sticks with us here tonight and just letting you know what's going on as far as kind of like the introductions. Like I said, we got Red Leaf has arrived, Pat Badhand, we got Dale Badhand, and the rest of the group there. They're going to be doing an opening here in just a moment, so we'll get into that and let you know what's going on there. But otherwise, you know, it's just in its infancy here tonight, and we got football games both going on at St. Francis, also White River, and also it is Todd County, all playing football tonight. So we wish each of the home teams victory tonight in their season openers. That's always good to watch. And if I wasn't here, to be honest with you, I would be announcing on the field in White River tonight, but I had to let Eldon know that I was preoccupied here tonight to bring you election coverage, which is awesome. And it's very important. It's very important. And from what I understand, the vote turnout was a little bit low today. I'm not totally sure on the total vote tallies yet. But like I said, we will keep you up to date as we receive those. We've got Rosebud community and St. Francis community here now with their ballot boxes. So that's kind of where we stand right now. I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuning in tonight. Oh, cool. Thank you. They just gave me a tally sheet. This is for the community chairpersons. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we'll be able to keep a running tally here for you tonight. Keep you up to date as all of the votes come in. And like I said, just to give you a breakdown of how it is on the tally sheet, the big sheet on the wall here, we have Antelope Community first, Chunga Village second, Black Pike Community third, fourth is Bull Creek Community, followed by Butte Creek Community, Corn Creek Community, Grass Mountain Community, He Dog Community, as well as Horse Creek Community, Ideal North Community, Ideal South Community. Also, we have Milks Camp Community. This is on the election results tally sheet on the wall. Also, we have Parmalee Community. We have Ring Thunder Community, Rosebud Community, St. Francis Community, Soldier Creek Community. We have Spring Creek Community, Swift Bear Community, Two Strike Community, Uppercut Meat Community, and of course the total amount of votes on the sheet. So that, and it's the same format for the community presidents and some vice presidents and also secretary. So that's kind of where that is right now. Like I said, we'll keep you up to date as these numbers should be getting posted here real soon, so don't go away. Again, we thank everybody for tuning in tonight, listening both on KOYFM and also here on Channel 93, RST Channel 93. We thank everybody for tuning in tonight. If you're out there listening, pretty cool, man, pretty cool. In an unrelated reminder, don't forget that coming up tomorrow morning, I'll be on air at 7 a.m. I'll have 2 hours of Remember the 80s coming your way live, and it's always by request. So if you've got a favorite 80s song that you like or songs that you like, don't forget to check out the post I'll have on the air. I'll be on the air at 7, but I'll have it in a Facebook posting on the KOA Facebook page at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Give you a chance to check things out and maybe think about a song or songs that you might want to hear. And just wanted to throw that in there as a side note. Like I was mentioning, it is season opener night for all of our local football teams, and I think, Roger, that all of them are home teams or home games tonight. I know St. Francis is, Todd County is, and also White River is tonight. So that's kind of a rarity. That's kind of a rarity for all the teams to have a home opener. Usually like one or two of the teams are away the very first night of their season. But that's kind of where it stands right now. We got folks coming in. Like I said, we're going to have the opening here in just a moment. We've got the Red Leaf Singers going to be singing a flag song, I believe it is, and an honor song. And we'll have the opening presentation from Bernadette Oliver here tonight. She's one of the, of course, staff with the RST election office. And they did a big up job this year. Next year, we were talking about that earlier today. I came up and I visited for a little bit, was talking to Ronald Neese and a couple of the other folks. And next year is going to be very, very busy for a lot of people because there's going to be a lot of council spots open. So that's going to be quite a enthusiastic setup for next year. So that's going to be pretty cool indeed. Like I said, we wanted to thank Melvin Schott, RST Election Office, Administrative Assistant, also Automated Services. Now these are the election services, Burdette and TJ. These are the gentlemen that provide all the boxes and teach everybody how to do everything. They kind of described it to me earlier. I was trying to get TJ to come over here, but he says, no habla English. And I said, okay, I get it. Also, we want to recognize KOA Channel 93, all community judges. You guys are awesome, and gals are awesome. All community officers, everybody's awesome there. Also, Pat Badhand and the Red Leaf Drum Group, awesome as always. Lawrence Ayat from the primary election, his coverage, and also KOA from the coverage we had that same night. Also, All Stop, Turtle Creek, Buoys, Wigwam in White River, and the Country Fair Store in Winter. I hope everybody was able to recover from the 149th annual Rosebud Sioux Tribal Fair Rodeo in 𝗥𝗀𝗃𝗃. So many things went on this year, and I truly hope that everybody had a great time. From what I understand, it was a very low incident fair, which is always good. Excuse me. So that was good news. That was good news because we had a lot of folks come out over the weekend. Doing different things and involved with, they had everything from mud volleyball to tug of war. We had the show, Thursday night, and then we had the 149th annual fair, and with the ball games, we had the co-ed, we had the Little League and everything like that. We had really good turnout for the 𝗥𝗀𝗃𝗃, good turnout, and I was really impressed with the amount of vendors they had this year at the fair. They had a ton of vendors this year, and it was just a very awesome sight to see everybody coming out and having a good time. Of course, the carnival had a good turnout. And of course, I can't go without saying, we had some dances for a couple nights, Friday and Saturday night, over at the tennis courts. We had Steve Leader Charge and crew with that coordination of those dances. We had all the rodeo events. We had the wild horse racing. We had the open rodeo. We had the bull dash. We had, what else? There was the relays, for 2 or 3 days there, and that was a sellout. In the sense of it was a lot of folks there, a lot of folks supporting that event. And, I have to give Mr. Whipple there a big pat on the back for the good work that he did in reference to announcing, with his son. They did an awesome job as a tag team. Hey, Pat Badhand's in the house, everybody. Pat Badhand and Red Leaf are here. They are in the house. Good to see you guys. Pat, right away, you want to say, can I make a request? Oh, gosh. Cool guy. Yeah, I've known Pat for 1,000 years. And always got a good joke, always got a good story, and always got a good smile. That's pretty cool. Got his brother Alfonso, got his other brother Dale. They're uptown Charlie Brown here tonight, man. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, the fair was, I can't say enough because I talked to a lot of different people over the weekend, and I just asked them, hey, how you doing? I seen folks this year I hadn't seen for years. They were back. They were just around, hanging around, walking around, and like I said, you had Butch and Pat and the other gentleman announcing, the 𝗥𝗀𝗃𝗃 itself, and did a real good job. Had some awesome dancers, contestants, from Tiny Tots all the way up to the senior division, and it was just a really good weekend. I mean, I think everybody would admit that the parade was also a really good turnout. Usually, I'm one of the people that plays the music for the parade and announces as the floats go by. But KOA and, of course, Communications and Hits 96, we we got into Clarissa, myself, and Alicia, and Laura. We all got into the truck and pulled our trailer. And here, I never thought, but we took first place. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So I'm very appreciative of the hard work that the girls did to make our float, stand out. And there was just a ton of kids, and that was the very first time, Roger, that I ever had kids coming up and giving us candy. I thought that was pretty cool. That was way different, man. I know that was way different. I was like, wow, check this out. The kids are giving us candy. But it was, of course, Aloha from Rosebud, the theme. And, I was playing music on our big speaker, and it was surfer music to go, coincide with the Aloha theme. So it was a lot of fun. And so with that said, we're getting ready here. And we should be able to bring you some results here momentarily. I think they're going to wait till they have the opening of tonight's activity here as we get ready for Red Leaf. And just looking around, but I was trying to think of something else to maybe bring up to everybody. And one thing I wanted to say too is I wanted to, as the manager of both radio stations, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody that continually supports our efforts up there. And it's never an easy day. We have to tackle a lot of different things that come our way, and a lot of spontaneity. Big old $20 word and a $2 sentence. But we have to hit it head on, and we try to come together. We support each other, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, you could ask anybody that works up there. We got a good team. It took a while, but we got a really good team, and it's only going to get better. We got Wrangler Rod back. He came to me, and he said, I'd love to come back. And I said, are you for reals? He said, yeah. So, we brought him back on. We've got Gunner Krogman up there. He's our gentleman that goes out and does our ads and stuff like that, plus DJ. Everybody multitasks up there because, we never get a chance to talk about what we do up there. Everybody is kind of trained in all aspects of radio, from recording to production to actual DJing. And, it's a learning experience every day. I learn something new every single day. And, there's a lot of times I'll take phone calls from folks that I know, relatives, friends, whatever the case may be. And, they always have some really good ideas, and we welcome anybody up to come up and visit. You're more than welcome to come up and check things out and see what we're doing up there, because it's, we're there. And I also, when we bring somebody on new, I said, we're here for one purpose, and that's to broadcast to the people. We're here for the people, whether it be music, whether it be weather related, whether it be just meetings, whatever the case may be. We are a small staff in that respect, but we try to do as much as we can. And like I said, we don't always get where we need to go or participate in what we really would like, but there are constraints sometimes. So I wanted to put that out there to everybody, and but like I said, we're willing to work with anybody. That's what it's all about. That's what I say anyway. So if you have an idea, maybe because what we've been trying to do for a long time is get a Native American program, say an hour program, or even get some type of program that accentuates the language. That puts the language out there for our listeners. So if you got some ideas, stop in. Talk to me. We'll see what we can do to come to some kind of agreement, whatever the case may be. And who knows, we may even be able to compensate you for your efforts. So, that's one thing that, like I said, I have not had a chance to talk about that because we're always on the go doing stuff, and even when we're there, we're busy. Like we got some interviews coming up that we're doing for the Smithsonian Institution. They want us to record some folks here on the Rosebud, send them the recordings. Been busy, talking to different radio stations. Have become really good friends with 𝗬🗍😂. He is the manager at KILI, of course, Porcupine, 90.1. Also KLND up in Little Eagle, South Dakota. Been doing some things with them. Also KIPI and Eagle Butte FM. Know the folks up there. They're really good folks. We got Lake Andes. They got a radio station. Sisseton has a radio station as well, tribal radio station. So, there's a lot. There's 35 tribal radio stations or tribally owned stations nationwide. And just to give you an overview, when the Corporation of Public Broadcasting was defunded, the $1.8 billion, a part of that funding went to fund tribal radio stations. Tribal radio stations are not public radio stations, they're tribal radio stations, so that's a designation. But it was, I'm just putting this information out there because it's something that needs to be talked about, and folks need to know what's going on. But with that said, real quick, the fact of the matter is, we have one more year of funding, and then we've got to come up with a creative plan to fund the stations, whatever the case may be. And we're working hard at it. We're generating revenue with local businesses. We encourage local businesses to work with us. We have Buoys, who is a big supporter of both radio stations. We have All Stop that's coming back on to work with us. We have who else do we have? Cherry Todd is doing stuff with us, and we're Gunner is the person that goes out and meets with these businesses and talks to these businesses and tells them what we can offer them. So like I said, this is rarely ever talked about. So I think it should be talked about while we had a few minutes here to get everybody kind of back online of what both KOIA and of course KINI FM has been doing. We're already looking at LNI. We're already going to start working on generating some funding so we can bring you the games live. We're also working on, we have some pieces that we have to order or that are being ordered to get us the ability to do live broadcasting again. They've been down for some time. So we finally were able to locate some revenue so we could get back on and do some like football games and basketball games, whatever the case. So we started that back last year. We did several of the basketball games, and but the thing is, with the new technology, you need internet just about for anything. So with that said, we've upgraded some of our equipment already. We just got some more components coming in, and we're hoping to do several of the home football games this season. There's still, after tonight, there's still 7 games per school. So we're going to try to get in there and do several of the games live on the radio. And that'll be, 99% of that will be on KOI itself. So with that said, that's in the planning stages still. But we got basketball we're thinking about already. We got girls volleyball that's going on, has started already. So with that said, we're just trying to come up with more creative ways to get out there and be involved, because it takes a lot to do anything as far as broadcasting, and it's somewhat a little more, I wouldn't say intense, but it's a little more, I almost want to say complicated to do broadcast. It used to be real easy, you just get on a phone and hook your equipment up to the phone and do a live, broadcast, whatever the case may be. But now it's all computerized. It's all, and we know what we're doing in that respect, but we just got to get some more equipment in, and we're working on getting that done. And funding availability is always the biggest issue. So, with that said, I'll conclude my discussion on that. But we have a lot of the communities here now, and they're doing their tally sheets with TJ. He's doing his magic over there. He's with Automated Election Services. They're behind me. If you're looking, to the right, so he'd be to the right. If you look behind me, it'll be to the right. So, with that said, he's doing his thing over there. Like I said, we're going to get underway here really soon. I think before we do any kind of tallies or put any numbers on the boards up there, they're going to have their opening ceremony per se. So that's on the way here. But as far as any updates, all I can say is a lot of the communities are coming in. They are getting themselves all situated. They're waiting in line, as the way they were. They came in, whatever, in the order that they came in per se. So that's kind of like what's going on now. I had to reset my phone. My phone's not working in here for some reason. It kind of froze up on me. Okay, I'm just turning it back on, Roger. Yep. Like I said, we'll have some results here. There you go, man. Oh, yep. We want to do the flag song here in a moment. Hey, Ken. Ken Ledoux in the audience here tonight. We got Ron East. We got, I think we got Oak Creek here. We got Rosebud here. We got St. Francis here. I'm just looking at folks that I know and see what communities are from. Okay. Sounds good.
You guys got list of thank yous, right?
Yeah, I've been doing that. Yeah.
But so it'll be in sort of package back.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. Well, once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and I'm trying to see what time it is. Okay, we're almost up to 8 o'clock. 7:49, but there'll be a little bit of delay, I think, isn't it, Raj? So maybe a tiny bit as far as the about a minute delay. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. That's kind of the way it is on KOA. It's like a minute and a half. Remember on the delay there too. So yeah. Somebody's horn's going off out there. Right away, I'll check my keys, make sure it's. Oh, gosh. I'm just going to look around here and see what they're doing here. We've got the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 villages here, too. I recognize some of the folks that live out to the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 village. We've got them here now. This is probably going to go pretty quick right off the bat, but then we still have the outlining communities like Milks Camp, both north and south ideal. So those will be the ones that we're going to actually probably be waiting for more time-wise, because just looking at our list here, we've got let's see, going down the line, 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, I believe 6. Okay, what we'll do is, Kellen, if you're listening there, go ahead and we'll take it back up to the radio station for a few minutes. That way we can get some deals done here and find out what exactly is going on. So if you want to take it back up there for a few minutes, and we'll be back down here in just a moment or two. Again, everybody, stay tuned. We're going to be back.
Excuse me, everyone, but 𝗥𝗏𝗃, could we have a little silence here? We need to see an invocation with, you know, our tradition, our culture. We can't have a successful evening here but with anything unless we say a prayer. We have an appropriate song and a welcome. I'm not really here to give you the welcome, but what I'm here is just to facilitate with the drum group and the radio station. We're really thankful that Koya Radio is here. This is going to be on channel 93. It's going to be Koya Radio and YouTube. Yeah. YouTube, and so we also are very fortunate to have the Red Leaf Singers. 𝗦𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗯𝗂𝗏, Pat, Bad Hand, you know. They said their drum just came here FedEx from Two Strikes. So here it is right here. So but what I've asked, Pat, could one of you guys say an invocation for us, a prayer for us to get us going? Pardon me? A prayer? Can you come up here? Okay, just right there. Thank you.
Ja mi take pi hole lichtatu ki wana wapi awanke no mozos ka awanke wichaga khni ka pina tona lela hiota ka kelena yohela wopila un chante washana pe ochilus popelo. I want to greet each and every one of you this evening as we gather here for the election of our secretary and our treasurer. For all of you that are here with us, we thank you for coming, and those that are out there listening, we send this prayer for each and every one of you. So if you'll pray with me, so that the goodness shall come out of all of prayers like that. Wahina jina katia topa o makashka to pinich apo hina hoyuni chapik ton kham gagru tapo ikchewi charsha uyui tapi na lech tatu ki wapia wanki na mazas ka wanki wichaka khni gapik ton kham woche ki kele dona let to my hiota kogle yohela tiwa hit khapi ki we chose on in a walk in a wangla in a wash ake na wachi thankagle na hoy chuk chapelo Naistona another tampikele lech tatu ki tuktektel woche ki chim sechelo hina aichaglutan oichakayo hechopis ehoy pelo mitakoyas.
Want to eat first? I do a song now.
I don't know. Could you do a song?
Can you do it? Whatever song. Okay, I'm going to pronounce that.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do a song. Okay, we're going to do a song here. So then we'll all continue. 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗘. Thank you, Red Leaf Singers, and welcome to RST primary election, or general election, 2025. And to all the communities, you see all these people you sitting here, they're mostly community election judges, clerks, which is invaluable. So I thank you for your hard work. And I don't have to explain too much. 𝗟𝗀𝗃 Radio, thanks to RST Media, John and Roger and Santi, and they got a whole bunch of thank yous. I'll just turn it over to them because they'll explain what's going on tonight. So that's it, and 𝗥𝗀𝗃.
All right, we are back here live here tonight, and again, like you were saying just now, we got a bunch of thank yous like we would like to send out, especially Melvin Schott, RST Election Office, also Administrative Assistant, Automated Election Services, Burdett and TJ, also 𝗟𝗀𝗃, Channel 93, also all community judges, you guys are awesome. All community officers, you guys are awesome. Pat Badhand and the Red Leaf Drum Group, who just sang an awesome song, did the prayer, opening prayer for us. Also, I'd like to, from the primary election coverage, thank Lawrence Iyett. Also, All Stop in Rosebud, Turtle Creek in Mission, Buoys in Mission, Wigwam in White River, and the Country Fair Store in Winter. So that's where it is right now. We have not gotten any official information yet. We've got a lot of communities here already. Like I was going through the list, and like I was mentioning to you, we have got Rosebud here, St. Francis here, also the 𝗟𝗏𝗃 Village. Let's see who else. I believe Soldier Creek's here as well. I'm not sure if Antelope, I haven't seen Antelope come in yet. They may be here. I may have misspoken there, but yeah, we got all kinds of things. And folks coming in here tonight, so we're going to get those tallies for you coming up here. So just kind of hang in there with us as we go through the evening here tonight. I'm going to, okay, that's there. Those tally sheets over there, are those ones that we could use by chance? Oh, you've got the automated portion there, huh? Oh, okay, cool. Are you going to enter them in on there? Are you entering in? Oh, yeah. Cool. I'll let you. Oh, yeah. I'm talking to Roger here. I know, right? Yeah. Me and Roger, we've done some work before together. We did the groundbreaking down in Spring Creek. We're out in the middle of the field there. We had Starlink satellite mobile unit hooked up. We had all kinds of cool stuff. We had it on the radio. We had it. So, we're no stranger to working together. We do a pretty good job. Parmalee just came in, so we got Parmalee here too. I'm going to get up real quick, Roger. I want to look at some of these tally sheets. Okay. Oh, gosh. Bernadette, she's on the election committee, and me and her were classmates in high school. And related on my brother's mother's father's side. So, anyway, she told me a joke earlier today, and I just had to laugh at it. And it's nothing bad, but it was kind of funny. So, but I won't say it over the air. Let's see here. I think they already got some numbers in here, but they haven't posted them yet. So I'm not gonna mention them yet, Roger. Nope, they're not posted yet. So we'll see what happens here. I've got some unofficial results for Rosebud community, but like I said, I'm not sure if that's correct, so I'm not going to mention them. I'm just sitting here kind of looking at them, thinking, wow, already got some Rosebud results there. Cheryl. I was going to ask Cheryl about this. On these results, or is that what's come in so far? Oh,
For
okay.
this community.
Yeah, for Rosebud?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, but I'm not going to mention them until they're up there.
Yep.
I'll wait till you guys
Yep.
officially put them up there. Okay, right on. So, Yeah, we got Rosebud Community's tally results in, but we got to wait until they put them up on the board. So we'll make sure that we get everything, our T's crossed and our I's dotted, as they say. Yeah. But of course, you know, Thursday, the 28th of August, it was something different there, Raj, in the sense that you usually have the elections on Thursday during Rosebud Fair, but we had that, remember that extra week, and then they have the resolution or the ordinance that says you will have the general election on a certain date in the month of August. I think it's the fourth week, whatever the case. So.
Just an extra long month.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But it's gone by really quick because look at it. Already, it's going to be the 31st here pretty soon, man.
Gonna be back.
Are you getting ready there?
Get ready.
All right. Oh gosh. Uh-oh, they're moving people out of the way. They're moving people out of the way. Bernie, she said, I'm gonna have to have you guys move. I think she took it. The marker. Yeah. Yeah. All right, everybody. Here's a drum roll. I didn't bring my snare drum, so. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a bunch of paperwork here, everybody. Bunch of paperwork. And I have some tallies so far. I've got Rosebud Communities. I've got Rosebud Communities chairperson results as well. So as soon as they get up there, we will announce them to you. Yeah. Rosebud, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to tonight's coverage. No, I'm joking, but anyway. Yeah. That's for the Rosebud community. Wait, I can just announce them. I can just announce them. That's fine. That will work. Yeah. We're rolling here. We're already at 8:05 already, man. Oh, did I steal your papers? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to have some results here coming for you here in a moment. I'll have to borrow your paper back when you're done. Oh, okay. All right. We're going to start with Rosebud Community. Wayne Boyd, 151 votes under the treasurer's race.
Flipped around.
Oh.
So the red county.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. They flipped it around. They sure did. Okay, so it was for secretary first. Tonia Marshall, 151, and Allyson Bronco Bill Wright, 104. That's for Rosebud. And for treasurer, Louis Wayne Boyd, 172, and Myrna Knox, 80. So that's for Rosebud Community so far this evening. I wanted to keep you up to date on what's going on there. Like I said, they inadvertently grabbed my sheets, so I have to wait till they're done, but we'll keep you up to date. We got it both on computer. And now we're in the Rosebud chairperson race results. These are all unofficial now. It's Lena M. Long with 35, Llewellyn M. Wright with 134, and William B.B. Long with 80. So again, Rosebud chairperson. Lena M. Long with 35, Llewellyn M. Wright, 137, and William B.B. Long, baby, 80. So that's where it stands so far this evening. We're going to be getting some more results here in just a moment, and keep it tuned right here. We'll keep you live updates here tonight. It's a good night. It's a good night. You know, weather-wise, I just wanted to remind everybody, weather-wise, we're supposed to, start getting some rain tomorrow afternoon. We got a chance of thunderstorms. We're supposed to get up to about 82 tomorrow with afternoon showers and thunderstorms, about a 40 or 50% chance. And then tomorrow evening, we got like a 60 to 80% chance for showers. And just wanted to remind everybody, kind of plan for the rain we're going to get Saturday. We're supposed to get rain on Saturday as well. So that's all in the okay. Interesting. But anyway, let's see here. I was just reading a message I got. Yeah. No, we don't want to see you. No, I don't even want to see me. No, I'm just joking. I know.
Rosebud Secretary.
Okay, Rosebud Secretary. We have 𝗥𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 with 151, and 𝗦𝗔𝗃cie with 94. So that's for Rosebud Secretary. Again, these tallies are unofficial, but we're going to let you know what they are as they come in. So Rosebud community is the first community to be tabulated. And I will go over it again because I think it's important that we continue to update you. For Secretary, it is Tonia Ray Marshall with 151 and Allyson Broncho Bill Wright with 104. This is Rosebud Community unofficial results. For Treasurer, it's Louis Wayne Boyd, the incumbent, with 172, and Myrna Knox with 80. And then we have Rosebud Community. You're okay. Roger's trying to hide here. But no. But like I said, we'll keep you up to date, everybody. Stay tuned, and as the results become available, you'll be the first to know. I mean, these things are going to be announced so quick that the ink is still going to be wet. Yeah, the ink will still be wet on the paper. So that's kind of a good thing, too, because you know you're getting the most recent information. Yeah, so. Again, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Thank you for joining us here. It's Roger, Kellen, and myself. Kellen's up at the radio station monitoring the KOA board, bringing you the live coverage here. And then Roger's in-house here. He's him and Kellen are actually the two that work in together when they bring the council meetings. Kellen's kind of taken over on those. Roger's teaching him all the tricks, and Kellen's doing a really big up job now. So we're progressing at an accelerated pace here. Yeah, that's what that's all about. But there's a lot to do, and we try to stay busy in the sense of updating information. If you want to know what's going on the Rosebud, 99% of the time, check the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Communications Facebook page. Roger does a really good job of putting the latest information, and then I'm on the 𝗧𝗃𝗀𝗃 page and the KINI page, but we emphasize on the 𝗧𝗃𝗀𝗃 page a lot more. And with that said, we try to get as much Ring Thunder. All right, Ring Thunder community coming up next here, everybody. And they are right beside Rosebud. So for Secretary, Tonia Ray Marshall, 10. Allyson Broncho Bill Wright, 14. For Treasurer, Louis Wayne Boyd. Now this is Ring Thunder community, 17. And Myrna Knox, 7. So we have Ring Thunder community on the board, and I don't believe they have anything with the community chairpersons or anything. No, they don't have anything. Yeah. So, St. Francis, all right, we're on a roll now, yes. St. Francis is next here, everybody. For secretary, Tonia Ray Marshall has 97 votes. Allison Bronco Bill Wright has 47 votes. That's for secretary. For treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd has 91, and Myrna Knox has 53. So there are the results. Yeah, that's really good. Thank you guys very much. Now we have on the other side, we have in the lower portion. You're good. Yeah. St. Francis way down there. Okay, we have for St. Francis, I'm going to grab my mic here. We have for St. Francis chairperson, we have Sharon Bearrobe. I'll get the tally here in just a moment. 12, Sharon Bearrobe, 12. Willard Henry Sr., 56. And Johanna M. Brave, 76. All unofficial now. So again, here's the tally for St. Francis chairperson, live here from the council chambers and live on KOA, and of course, yep, okay, we got another one coming up here, but again, going over St. Francis chairperson, Sharon Bearrobe with 12, Willard Henry Sr. with 56, and Johanna M. Brave with 76. We are now Grass Mountain Community. And Grass Mountain Community Secretary, Tonia Ray Marshall with 30, Allison Bronco Bill Wright with 22. Also for treasurer, it's Lewis Wayne Boyd, 45, and Myrna Knox with 7. And now we go back to the list over here. As that was Grass Mountain, they have the chairperson and the Grass Mountain vice chairperson up for grabs during the general election for today. So we will start with the Grass Mountain vice chairperson. Katrina DeLucia has 27, and Nicole Stone has 22. That's for the Grass Mountain vice chairperson position. And for the Grass Mountain chairperson, it's Nicholas Burnett, or Nick for short, 27, and Vanessa Red Hawk Thompson with 23. So the two unofficial top vote getters for Grass Mountain chairperson is Nicole Burnett with 27, followed by Vanessa Red Hawk Thompson with 23. And for Grass Mountain vice chairperson is Katrina DeLucia with 27, and Nicole Stone with 22. So that was for Grass Mountain Community. So we've got 4 communities with votes on the board, on the big general election tally sheet. And I will go over those again. I'll go down the list. Grass Mountain for Tonia Ray, she has 30. Allison Bronco Bill Wright has 22. For treasurer for Grass Mountain Community, vote-wise, Lewis Wayne Boyd, 45, and Myrna Knox has 7. Now we are in Soldier Creek's category, Soldier Creek, and they also have a chairperson who is up for grabs for tonight as well. So for Soldier Creek, it is Tonia Ray Marshall, secretary, receiving 32 votes, and Allison Bronco Bill Wright receiving 33 votes. For treasurer, incumbent Lewis Wayne Boyd, 47, and Myrna Knox, 19. Now we go to the Soldier Creek chairperson. Got Lisa Blacklance and 𝗘𝗹𝗲𝗃 Burning Breast. Lisa has 18, Lisa Blacklance, and 𝗘𝗹𝗲𝗃 Burning Breast has 43. Wow, that's a good turnout there in Soldier Creek for sure. Parmalee, coming up next, everybody. Parmalee on the board. And for secretary, Tonia Ray Marshall, receiving 78 votes. Allison Bronco Bill Wright receiving 61. For treasurer, incumbent Lewis Wayne Boyd receiving 101. 101, and Myrna Knox receiving 39. Once again, for treasurer for Parmalee, the position Lewis Wayne Boyd 101, and Myrna Knox 39. Now we go to Parmalee chairperson, Archie Brown, running for the Parmalee chairperson, and he has a total of 32 votes. 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗂𝗯 Sr. with a total of 81 votes. Leo. And Ramona Strait for Parmalee chairperson has a total of 29 votes. Once again, Archie Brown 32, 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗂𝗯 Sr. 81, and Ramona Strait 29. He-Dog community is on the board next. He-Dog's in the house here. All right, for secretary, Tonia Ray Marshall receiving a total of 11, while Allyson Broncho Bill Wright received 14. For treasurer, from He-Dog community, Lewis Wayne Boyd, 14, and Myrna Knox, a total of 11. So it was just vice versa of what we had for secretary. So now we're going, He-Dog doesn't have anybody running for a chairman, vice chairman, or secretary. So Antelope's next, big community of Antelope. We'll see how many votes we got going here. So got Bernadette, she's up there doing the tallies for the election office here tonight, part of the election committee. All righty, it is Tonia Ray Marshall with 130 for Antelope, and we have Allyson Broncho Bill Wright with 190 votes. For treasurer position, it is Lewis Wayne Boyd with 204, and Myrna with 116. And I'm looking here, we do have Antelope chairperson. Melinda Yellow Eagle is up for re-election, as well as Josh Wilson. So for Antelope, it's Melinda with 142 votes, and Josh Wilson for Antelope chairperson has 164 votes. So all caught up. So again, Melinda with 142 votes for Antelope chairperson, and Josh Wilson with 164 votes. Again, all these tallies are unofficial, but they will be made official as they do their final determinations, checking numbers and checking things out. So it's pretty close coming up. She was telling us something, but I'm not sure. She was, a couple more communities came in. Yep. So I don't know, Raj. This is pretty exciting, man. I mean, we're kind of pretty busy here tonight. We want to thank everybody for tuning in, and like I said, general election. I'm going to go down. I'm going to do secretaries first. Antelope community. It was Tonia Ray Marshall with 130. Allyson Broncho Bill Wright with 190. For secretary, it was Grass Mountain tallies. It was 30 for Tonia Ray Marshall, 22 for Allyson Broncho Bill Wright. He-Dog community, it was Tonia Ray Marshall with 11 and Allyson Broncho Bill Wright with 14. Parmalee community, it was Tonia Ray Marshall 78 and Allyson with 61. And from now on, I'm just going to call them by their first names so we can move along here pretty quickly. Ring Thunder community, it was Tonia Ray with 10 and Allyson with 14. For Rosebud community, it was Tonia Ray secretary. Position opened up for general election with 151 and Allyson with 104. St. Francis community, it was Tonia with 97 and Allyson with 47. And for Soldier Creek community, it was Tonia Ray with 32 and Allyson with 33. For treasurer's position, Antelope, Grass Mountain, He-Dog, as well as Parmalee, Ring Thunder, Rosebud, St. Francis, and Soldier Creek have all come in, so we're going to give you the tallies here. First of all, for Antelope, it was Lewis Wayne Boyd with 204 and Myrna with 116. Meanwhile, it was Grass Mountain community tallies with Lewis with 45 and Myrna with 7. For Heden community, it was Lewis with 14 and Myrna with 11. Parmalee community, it was Lewis with 101 and Myrna with 39. For Ring Thunder community, it was Lewis with 17 and Myrna with 7. For Rosebud community, it was Lewis with 172 and Myrna with 80. Also, St. Francis community, it was Lewis with 91 and Myrna Knox with 53. And in the final tally here that we have on the board for this evening so far, it was Soldier Creek community with Lewis with 47 and Myrna with 19. Turning our attention to the Antelope chairperson, just mentioned, it was Melinda Yellow Eagle with a final tally of 142 and Josh Wilson with 146. For Grass Mountain community chairperson, it was Nicholas Burnett with 27 and Vanessa Red Hot Thompson with 23. For the Grass Mountain vice chairperson, it was Katrina DeLucia with 27 and Nicole Stone with 22. For Parmalee chairperson, Archie Brown received 32 votes. It was Lil Grudge Sr. with 81 and Ramona Strait with 29. For Rosebud chairperson, it was Lena M. Long with 35, Llewellyn M. Wright with 134, and B.B. Long with 80. And for Rosebud secretary, it was Malia Kills Warrior with 151, and 𝗥𝗎𝗄𝗯𝗂𝗥𝗔𝗚 King with 94. For Soldier Creek chairperson, it was Lisa Blacklance with 18 and Tennille Burning Breast with 43. And for St. Francis community chairperson, final vote tally here was Sharon Bearrobe with 12, Willard Henry Sr. with 56, and Johanna Brave with 76. So you are up to date, everybody. We're keeping the tallies going here. They're wrapping a few more up here. We should be getting them put up on the board here real soon. We've got a lot more communities coming in just now, and wanted to thank all the folks that did get out and vote today, took the time to make your vote count in this general election for both the secretary's position and the RST treasurer's position, respectively. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And some of the communities are already leaving, as you can hear. So that's where we are right now. We got some more tallies, like I said, coming up. And like I said, I can't stress enough, I want to thank Roger for coordinating everything here in the council chambers, getting us up and going on the Channel 93 YouTube channel, and also going out to Kellen, who is manning the boards up there at KOYA this evening. So like I said, got a good team going here, got a great team, can't say enough about them, and they do a really good job, and it really shows. It really shows. A lot of commitment that, hours that we put in and such like that. But I'm just waiting here to see what we're going to be getting into next as far as communities. We do have 𝗟𝗔𝗄𝗏 Village here already. What else? What other communities do we have here? We have, I'm going down the list. We should be hearing from Spring Creek pretty soon. We should be hearing from Two Strike pretty soon. We should be hearing from Upper Cut Meat pretty soon. Some of the outer communities, as you know, Ideal North, Ideal South, and Milks Camp, they usually come in a little bit later because they got one heck of a drive to get here to Rosebud from their outlying community areas. So just wanted to recognize all of the judges, all of the community judges, all of the community officers, also Pat Badhand with an awesome opening song, awesome opening prayer, and with the Red Leaf Drum Group, we had the song that they presented to us. Also a big thank you for the primary election coverage from Lawrence and also KOYA. Also we had All Stop contributing in, Turtle Creek contributing in, Bowie's contributing in, the Wigwam and White River contributing in, and the Country Fair Store in Winter. A big 𝗥𝗎𝗄𝗏 to all of them. And of course, Melvin Schott, RST Election Office, Administrative Assistant, the Automated Election Services with Burdette and TJ were a couple of really great guys. They're doing a big up job here tonight and today, all day, been here. Also KYFM 88.1 Rosebud St. Francis, and of course RST Channel 93. Swoop Bear just got here. And yes. Sure. Oh, cold cut's fine, if you got it. Maybe just some tomatoes. Got any mustard?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some mustard. Roger?
Big thing.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Right on. We were even getting some chow here tonight. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you guys and gals so much. And then Ronnie, if I get a chance, I'm gonna have Ronnie come up, and maybe I'll talk to him a little bit, see what's going on, and maybe he can shed some light on a few things. And he's been involved with this function for quite a long time. So Roger was like, "How can you keep talking?" I said, "Man, my brain's going 120 miles an hour. I'd get a speeding ticket if they put a radar gun on my brain, man. I tell you what, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to say a half hour from now. No, not that quick, but it's just a habit. You know, when I'm engaged, I am totally focused and engaged. You have to be. So, but you know, just around the corner, Roger, we got Halloween coming up. And that's going to be cool. I know the casino is having their. Thank you, Cheryl. The casino is having their big to-do on Friday, I believe the 31st. So you might want to check that out. They advertise with us and they assist us in that respect. I'm not going to eat until I get off camera. So. Oh yeah, you bet. Take a break there, man. Take a break.
I'm ready. I'm all caught up.
Oh, thank you. You bet. All right. Do we have some more results? Spring Creek coming up next, everybody. Grab your pencils, grab your pens. We'll give you the tallies of Spring Creek community. They're right beside Soldier Creek on the end of the list here. We got, and they did them basically, of course, in alphabetical order. Somebody asked me that how they do that, and I said, that's just alphabetical order, that's all. Just alphabetical order. So for Secretary Tonia Marshall, 16, and Allyson Broncho Bill Wright, she has 15. Okay, there you go. That'll work. That's cool, man. That's cool. I remember my grandson, he'd say that. That's cool, Grandpa. That's cool. For treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd, 25, and Myrna Knox, 6. So that was Spring Creek. Once again, Tonia Marshall, 16, and Allyson, 15. For treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd, 25, and Myrna Knox, 6. Oak Creek next. Oak Creek's in the house. They are right beside Parmalee. Right beside Parmalee for Tonia Marshall, secretary. Her count is 19. For Allyson Broncho Bill Wright, her tally is 22. And for treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd, for Oak Creek votes 22. And Myrna Knox with a total of 19. So there we go. Nothing on this side. All right. Nothing under the chairpersons. Swift Bear community in the house. All righty. They are right beside Spring Creek. So we have Tonia Marshall, secretary's spot up for grabs. She has a total of 13. Allyson Broncho Bill Wright has a total of 40. And for treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd has a total of 33, and Myrna Knox has a total of 21. That was for Swift Bear community, just across the road from White River community. They're on the west side of Highway 83. So we're up to date there. So cool. That is so cool, man. Again, I wanted to bring up that we have all 3 local football teams playing their season opener tonight. I didn't get any updates yet. Are you keeping any updates at all, Roger, on the games?
Son, my boy.
Oh, okay. How's he doing? I know you wanted to go. And I appreciate you being here tonight, man. I really do. I know you really wanted to go. Oh, wow. So it is, oh, my goodness. They're playing Lower Bro, right? 𝗥𝗀𝗃𝗃. Okay, it is the Falcons, the Todd County Falcons. It is in the third quarter, and the score is 36-16. Go Falcons! All right. If anybody's got any information about the White River game tonight or the St. Francis game, that would be awesome to get that information. I'm sure we could probably find something if we could look here real quick and see what's going on. I'll put in White River to see. Let's see, White River Tigers football. Okay, any posts showing for White River Tigers football? Kind of doing the multitasking. They are playing the Marty Braves tonight, by the way, at their home field, their north side of White River. So that's a big season opener for them. We got good luck, it says here. Good luck to HSO Morrison, aka Coach Morrison, and the White River Tigers as they kick off their season opener tonight. It says, let's go Tigers. Right on, right on. And of course, the St. Francis Warriors on the gridiron tonight at the Warrior Field there in St. Francis. And they are playing tonight at home. So I know we got a good crowd at every single game tonight. The cool thing about Todd County is they bought their pep band back this year too, Raj. They got the pep band back out there. They were there a little bit early, about 10 to the hour of 7. They were getting people motivated. They were just, getting ready, having a great time. I'm gonna see if I can find anything out about St. Francis while we're sitting here. And I'm sure we can find something. Uh-oh, I got a text message. All right, oh my goodness. It is White River up 52-0. 52-0 against the Lower Bro 𝗥𝗀𝗃𝗃. Yes, so.
No, I don't see anything for St. Francis.
Okay, nothing yet for St. Francis? And I think the person who sent that, I didn't get a name on your deal. I want to give you props for sending me that, but I don't know this number. But that's cool. That's cool. It's probably somebody I know too. But again, White River leading 52-0. Todd County leading as well in their game tonight. And we'll keep you up to date. Here we go.
Wait, I got it.
Yeah, Marty Braves. Oh, they're playing Marty Braves tonight. Okay, White River's playing Marty Braves. Yeah, I said it wrong there. Okay, the Warriors are behind the Little One Mustangs by a score of 26-6, and it is in the second quarter. And it looks like they are playing, and I said they were home, but it looks like they're up there, aren't they? Yeah, they're up in Kyle, so it looks like it's in the second quarter with about 4.1 seconds left. Score is 26-6. When you hear that train station, again, Marty Braves is who White River is playing tonight. So thank you so much for the information. White River 52-0. Again, little deficit there for the St. Francis Warriors in their first game. I had mentioned earlier that they were home, but they are actually in Kyle, playing Little One Mustangs tonight in their season opener. Game is over in White River officially now. Game is over. So they just ended. You have is it still called the mercy rule? Whatever the case may be, I think it is. Yeah, so.
They go up by 50 after.
Yeah, it's over with. So congratulations to the White River Tigers on their win over the Marty Braves. Final score 52-0. Keeping you up to date on the happenings in and around our area as far as local sporting events. Local sporting events going on. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like I said, we're getting the tallies all tallied up, and wanted to thank, of course, Automated Election Services. It's Burdett and TJ. And if you're looking at me, it would be my right side. My right side, yeah. The gentlemen are right. Oh, this way. Yeah, this way. He's pointing all over. No, I'm joking. Oh my gosh, it's those gentlemen over there working hard, getting the things done there. So we want to thank TJ. He's the man doing all the hard work, and Burdette is actually outside as he takes things back from the election judges and such like that were pretty busy today. But once again, I want to say thank you to everybody that was able to get out and vote today, take advantage of your right to vote. Royal just walked in the door. He snuck in. He's all smiling. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? I know, right? I hear you. I hear you, man. Hey. He almost took his clothes off. I don't know what he's doing. No, I'm joking. He went to take off his hoodie, and his shirt almost came off too. Oh my goodness! But it's good to be here tonight. You know, I always, I don't know, Raj. I always psych myself up, man. I always psych myself up. You got to, man. Because like when I'm doing this, I could be feeling like I have a massive headache, or sinus headache, or body aches and pains. But when I'm on the radio, that all goes away, man, mindset-wise, and I'm just like having a good time. You know, I'm in my element, and it's a lot of fun. It's rare in life that you get to do what you enjoy and have fun at it, and hopefully bring a smile or a good memory to our listeners on the radio. I really vibe off the interaction that I have every morning with our listeners, because I always tell them when I'm on the radio, I said, you could be listening to anybody else, you could be doing this or doing that, but you take time out of your busy schedule every morning, as you get ready for work, or just getting up, getting the kids ready for school, and you got 𝗏𝗀𝗃 on, you got Hits 96 on. We appreciate that. We really do. It's what it's all about. It's really heartfelt thank you. It's very humbling. It's very humbling to know that we don't hear from a lot of people, but we know you're out there, because I see people in the store. I talk to different folks every day when I see family, friends, or just an acquaintance. I remember one time, and this is a true story, I was in Rapid City with Laura, and we were walking in Walmart, and there was two young ladies walking towards us, and they said, "Hey, there's the Miller man." And I was like, "What?" I said, "That's crazy, man. That's crazy." But it was much appreciated. Like I said, it's a great honor to be on the radio. It's a great honor to maybe bring a little sunlight to everybody's day, every morning, for those couple hours, because it gets me going. It motivates the heck out of me. Even when there's bad weather, I look forward to getting on the air and having a good time, interacting. And I always stress audience participation, because I grew up old school in the sense of radio, and back in the old days, radio was very interactive. We had the most primitive way of getting a hold of the radio station, a telephone. But you know what? There was a lot of interaction. We didn't have Facebook, we didn't have internet, we didn't have computers. But I tell you what, that telephone was a hot commodity. It was very hot, and people really knew how to use it in a good way. We'd get a ton of requests almost every day. And I look back at the time I've been involved with, starting with KI, and I worked with some very awesome people. You had Bro Charles. He's the one that kind of initially brought me on back in 1985. We had Chuck Moore, we had Gary Whipple, we had Bubbly Bob Marshall. We just had so many different personalities. We had Sonny McDaniels, Mark Hyatt. I could go on, Noah Whitelance, of course, Linnell. Linnell Knox, Caroline Leroy, and just a lot of different DJs through the years. Of course, Roger Coigle Jr. Going down the list in my mind, I'm thinking, of course, unfortunately, some of our prized possessions, like Jackie, they're unfortunately no longer with us, but they're in my thoughts every day, and I can feel their presence, and I know it may sound kind of interesting in a way, but I feel their presence there at the radio station every day. It gives me personal motivation to try to do the right thing every day, and try to make things better, and try to help people through their day. Maybe bring a little smile, like I keep mentioning, to their face. Because we have Patty, Quigley down in St. Francis that is one of the regulars on the morning show. We have Tonia Ray Marshall. We have a host of folks that check in, 𝗘𝗹𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗔𝗚𝗘, and I could go on and on and on and on and on about how important their participation is to radio, because that's why we are there. We are there for you, our listeners, and we appreciate you. We don't get a chance to say that a lot, but we do. We really appreciate each and every one of you, and I've been fortunate. I've been fortunate enough to be involved with a lot of good people. Father Keeler through the years, and who else? Father Fagan. I was just thinking back while I was talking here of all the people that I can remember name-wise. And, of course, the Tin Man, the Tin Man, he was always, and, he's always did a bang-up job. The Tin Man, trying to think, oh, gosh, let's see here. Who else? Just a whole bunches of cool people that I've been fortunate. Perry DeCory, Perry is a good friend still. Who else? Oh gosh, can't forget Lance. Lance Dorian, yep, can't forget him. Me and him, we always kind of make each other laugh when we see each other. I seen him over Rosebud Fair. I hadn't seen him for a couple months, and I said, "Gosh, man, you went down south, and look at you now, man." I said, "Man, you look like you got burnt to a crisp." He said, "I did." He said, "I really got burnt up down there fighting fires." He said, "There was just some small fires, but man, it was hot." He said, "Man, it was hot, John. It was really hot." So I said, "Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. I'm glad it was you and not me." And he started laughing, So, but there's just so many people. I'm trying to think. I know I'm missing a lot of people. Oh, Bernard Whiting Jr. Who else? Oh gosh, there's just so many, and I know somebody's saying, subliminally telling me, "Hey, you forgot so and so and so and so and so and so." If I try to do them alphabetically, I might be able to remember them. No, I'm joking, but yeah, it was just, it's unique. Radio is very unique, especially hometown radio. It's a lot of fun because we still have the ability to include our listeners, whereas when you live in a city, to a lot, or some extent rather, those stations are about making money. They have to survive. That's understood, and they tend not to how would you say, associate with their listeners all that much. But we have that unique ability to do that, and it's a lot of fun. So I like to include, and I always say that on the radio too, I said participation is mandatory. So if it's your first time, hearing me talk about this, probably not, but maybe yes. Listen in, participate. If you got a request, like tomorrow is Remember the 80s, all 80s by request from 7 to 9 a.m. And then Wrangler Rob will be in. He'll play requests. He's just like, "I'll play requests, but I don't get much." And I said, "No, I hear you, man, but you will hang in there. You'll get them." And me and him cut it up in the morning a little bit before he goes on the air. We do talking and between the songs and whatever the case may be. So, but it's like I said, it's a lot of fun. Gunner's coming up, and also Kellen. Kellen's new to the radio, but he has adjusted so well. I'm really proud of both him and Gunner. Alicia, you know, she's coming along really well, and you know, we're building a good foundation team up there, and we really support each other a lot, both work-wise, family-wise, friendship-wise, and that's the true key to success is providing that that motivation for each other, because you know everybody's got their times of day or their times of hardship, and you know we keep that in mind. We keep that in mind and try to cheer folks up. And one thing I always think in the back of my mind, like when I'm on the radio, is that you know there's always somebody that's going through hard times, and if we can make them feel special. You know, I love giving the shout-outs. You know, this morning I had like 76 shout-outs I gave right at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. And I love doing that because, you know, it's cool to hear your name. I remember years ago when I was coming back on leave from San Diego or Camp Pendleton in California, I would get down by 𝗘𝗹𝗲𝗃𝗧𝗃 and pick up 𝗘𝗍𝗓𝗃, and you know, it just made you feel good hearing the hometown station back then, just like it does today. So, you know, if you haven't had a chance to check us out. You know, we try to cover all the bases. Of course, we can't do it all in that respect, and I mean that with all due respect. But we sure will try to at least brighten up your mornings, brighten up your days, maybe your evenings, and it's just something that I'm very, very passionate about. I'm very passionate about, have been for many a year. I remember when I was getting out of the Marine Corps, my battalion commander, he's a colonel, full-bird colonel. He called me in to his office and he said, Corporal Miller, what can I do to keep you in this man's Marine Corps? I said, well, sir, I have no intention of staying in at this point. But he said, you know, we hate to lose, these are his words because I remember them distinctly. He said, we hate to lose a good Marine. And I said, no, sir, I totally understand. So he said, what are you going to do? I said, well, I'm going to go back and work with my school district, and I'm going to become a DJ. And within 30 days, I was working at Todd County, and within 6 months, I was on 𝗘𝗍𝗓𝗃. So that was really interesting, really, really interesting. So that's a little story about my background in that respect. So we do have some more numbers here. 𝗟𝗏𝗃 Village. It is Tonia Ray Marshall with 9, and we have Allyson Bronco Bill Wright with 5. And as soon as Brenda moves out of the way, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. For treasurer, we have Lewis Wayne Boyd with 10 and Myrna Knox with 4. So that was, again, 𝗟𝗏𝗃 Village. I'll read those again. For secretary, it was Tonia Ray Marshall receiving 9, Allyson with 5, and Lewis Wayne Boyd with 10, and Myrna Knox for treasurer with 4. We have now Horse Creek coming in, and for Tonia Ray, she has 12, and for Allyson Bronco Bill Wright, 17. For treasurer, Wayne, he has 17, and Myrna Knox has 11. So again, those numbers, Tonia Ray with 12, and Allyson with 17. For treasurer, Wayne with 17, and Myrna with 11, and that was for community of Horse Creek. So there you go, there you go. It is one of those things that, let's see here. I wonder why I'm not getting that message. Message sent before this device was added to this conversation. Oh, okay, somebody's trying to message me. Oh, cool. Thank you guys for listening on the radio. Appreciate that. Laura just let me know that they are listening up there at the trailer in White River tonight. And John Leroy, if you could resend me that message, please. Resend me that message. For some reason, it didn't come through, and that way I can check it out. I wanted to again give a big shout out and a thank you to Melvin Schott, RST Election Office, Administrative Assistant, also Automated Election Services, Burdette and TJ. TJ's on the inside, Burdette's on the outside. Koya FM 88.1 Rosebud St. Francis, and of course we're streaming at KWIDA.streamon.fm. RST Channel 93, of course YouTube channel, and also on Golden West Television. Also, all community judges, all community officers, Pat Badhand and the Red Leaf Drum Group. Also, Lawrence Ayat for his primary election coverage, and Koya for their primary election coverage. The All Stop for their donations, Turtle Creek for theirs. Also, Buoys and Mission, the Wigwam in White River, and Country Fair Store. Let's see what. Okay. You know, I'm getting a message from a buddy of mine, John Leroy, and yeah, he's telling me that some things are going on with some Marines, and as we all know, there's all kinds of things going on around the world right now. You know, I'm not into politics at all. I'm an independent voter. You know, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm an independent, you know, registered independent voter. So I try to stay neutral in that respect, because my dad told me a long time ago, he said, if you want to stay out of arguments, he said, never discuss politics or religion with anybody, and you'll get along with everybody. So I always remember that. All right, we got John Leroy. He said he's on YouTube in Vermilion, South Dakota. Yeah, so thank you there, John. It's good to hear from you, bro. Semper Fi all the way. And Semper Fi means always faithful. Semper Fidelis. That's what you're taught when one of the first things you go to boot camp, you put your feet on those yellow footprints at MCRD, either in Paris Island or in San Diego at MCRD there. What's really tormenting, I guess both places, you got the sand fleas that are notorious at Paris Island, South Carolina, and then you have the San Diego International Airport that is right there, and you're like going through boot camp, and you're like, it's a big shock to your system when you first get there. I remember we were in a holding platoon for a week before we got our drill instructors, and but they cut you no slack. You know, the first thing you do is you get your head shaved. Then they take you through the process of giving you all the rules and regulations in a yelling mindset. It was just, I was told by some friends, they said, you know, that had gone to boot camp prior, and they said, just play the game and you'll make it, no problem. So that's what I did. I played the game, did what I was told when I was told to do it, and everything was hunky-dory. Did a lot of running, I tell you what. Okay, we do have, this is an unofficial total. I want to thank Roger for fixing this for me here on the laptop. For Secretary, with all those communities that are in, Antelope North, Antelope South, also Grass Mountain, He Dog, Horse Creek, we have Oak Creek, Parmalee, Ring Thunder, Rosebud, St. Francis, Soldier Creek, Spring Creek, and Swift Bear. All those communities. Okay, this is where Tonia Ray Marshall stands right now. She's got 51% of the vote unofficially with 608 votes, while Allyson Wright has 584 votes. So pretty close there all in all. Now for treasurer, those same communities, it's Wayne Boyd with 67% of the vote of those that are tallied so far. And I'll give you the communities that are still being processed and or still have to arrive to be processed. But again, Wayne Boyd has 67% of the vote with 798 votes so far. And Myrna Knox has 33% of the vote with 393 votes. The total vote count right now is 1,191 votes that have been submitted during the general election so far today. Now we still have Black Pipe, we have Bull Creek, we have Butte Creek, we have Corn Creek, Ideal North, Ideal South, Milks Cap, and Two Strike that still have to come in and be counted and or set in place to be entered on the tally sheets and on the tally board here at the council chambers here in Rosebud tonight. So again, I will read this again for Secretary. It is Tonia Ray with 51.1% of the vote with 608 unofficial votes, and Allyson Wright with 48.99% of the vote with 584 votes. Now for treasurer, Wayne Boyd has a commanding 67% of the vote versus Myrna Knox, 33% of the vote. Wayne has a total unofficial vote tally of 798, while Myrna Knox has a total of 393 votes. So for total count between the two categories for secretary and treasurer, the total cast votes so far was 1,191 votes. So that's where we stand right now. That's where we stand right now. So just wanted to let everybody know that. Oh, I hear you. Oh, yeah, okay, now I get it, John. He said, and this is a running joke for Marines. He said, your military left. When I was pointing earlier, I was going like that, Roger. John said, your military left. He said, I was talking about when you were trying to point out someone behind you, and you were pointing with both directions. That's why I said, your military left. Oh, gosh. I tell you what, if you didn't know your right and left, by the time you got out of boot camp, you knew your right and left. So, yeah. Okay. I appreciate that, John. Made me smile tonight. Made me smile. Sometimes, I was like, you're probably thinking, duh, this guy. I'm drinking coffee. It's cold, but it's really good. I gotta give an attaboy to the tribal council chambers coffee maker. Is, man, I tell you what, this is some awesome coffee. I kid you not, man. This is prime roast. I'm not making it up. If you ever get a chance, if you come down to the tribal council chambers, and I think they have a pot of coffee almost going all the time, and they got a big pot going tonight, and it is good. Royal, you're always drinking all the coffee I heard up at the council meetings, right? He said, yeah. Royal, I'm really bragging up the coffee, Royal. That's some good stuff, man. I tell you what, that'll keep you. Yes, I know, right? Rock. But that'll keep you awake, man. Holy, it's good though. It's really good. What's interesting too, I never started drinking coffee till about maybe 10 years ago. I never was a coffee drinker. It was more, just water, whatever the case may be. But anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're going to be getting some tallies here again, coming up here. And I think this is the most I talk, Roger, in a long time. I probably won't even have a voice tomorrow morning. I'll go, hey, good morning, everybody. They'll say, what the heck's wrong with the Miller man? Holy. But do we have some more totals coming up? Cheryl? Do we have some more totals coming up? Oh, okay. I'm asking for a friend. Corn Creek, woohoo! All right, here we go. See what coffee does to you? Get you talking crazy. Corn Creek. All righty, we have a new tally writer. That's Brenda Farmer. For Tonia Ray, 21 under Corn Creek, and Allyson, 7. For Tribal Treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd, 21, and Myrna Knox, 7. So basically followed suit, 21-7, 21-7. Now we have Corn Creek Chairperson. We have 𝗬𝗠𝗏𝗏 and Gary Blackbear. Corn Creek Chairperson. Now this is for Corn Creek, 14, and Gary Blackbear, 13. So very close race there. Corn Creek Chairperson, Black Pipe coming up next. 𝗬𝗠𝗏𝗏, 14, and Gary Blackbear, 13. Now we're bringing you the Black Pipe community results. It's Tonia Ray with 40 and Allyson Bronco Bill Wright with 21. For Tribal Treasurer, Wayne Boyd, 51, and Myrna Knox with 10. And now we go back up to Black Pipe for chairperson. We have Natasha, or as I call her, Tasha Larby, and Gerald Eagle Bear. This is for Black Pipe community now. And it is Natasha with 33 and Gerald with 25. Again, all these results are unofficial, but we're writing them up. Butte Creek, back over to the main chart. You're good, Raj. You're good. Yeah, so Butte Creek, Tonia Ray with 8, and Allyson Bronco Bill Wright with 12. That's for secretary position. Treasurer position, Lewis Wayne, he has 15, and Myrna with 3. A lot of times I will be using first name. Everybody knows who mostly everybody is anyway, right? Okay, we're now Ideal South Community. Tonia Ray Marshall, 15. Allyson Bronco Bill Wright, 7. Treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd, 16. Myrna Knox, 6. Now we go back over here. I don't think we don't have anybody for tribal, for the chairpersons. Yeah. All right, we're Ideal North. We have Tonia Ray with 14 and Allyson Wright with 2. For treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd. This is for Ideal North, 12, and Myrna Knox with 4. All right. Yeah, we'll see you later too. I had to throw my 2 cents in there. Oh, goodness. Okay, now we have Bull Creek Community. Tonia Ray, 4. And Allyson, 8. We have Treasurer Wayne with 9. And Myrna with 3. That's Bull Creek Community. Yes, so we have 1, 2, 3 communities left. Wow, this is going quick. 2 straight uppercut meat and Milks Camp. Last 3 communities. I think they took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Remember that old cartoon, Bugs Bunny? I think you took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. A left turn. Oh, God. I miss those old cartoons. Yeah, Bugs Bunny and Wile E. Coyote and yeah, all those crazy guys back in the old days. Yeah. 3 of them, yeah. Uh-oh. I knew you knew that we knew that you knew that I knew. Brenda's, what? She's like, what in the heck are you talking about? I told him this coffee is making me this way. It's good coffee, man. Oh, he's doing, if you want to go around, he's got a good percentage ready, and he's doing a really good job there. He's doing a bang up job, and you don't even have a hammer or duct tape either. All right, I got 1 cup down and another cup going. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We got 3 communities left, everybody. That is Milks Camp Community, and I'm going to give you a total vote count so far. We've got, for Secretary, Tonia Ray Marshall with 710 votes, 52.55% of the vote. and Allyson Wright with 641 for 47.45% of the vote. Now, on the treasurer's side, it is Wayne Boyd with 922 votes, or 67.40% of the vote, and Myrna Knox with 426, and she has 37.60% of the vote. Now, for total ballots so far, with just 3 communities still coming in, 𝗥𝗀𝗃, Two Strike, and 𝗥𝗏𝗃, we have 1,348 votes cast in the general election for the secretary and the treasurer's position for the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. So that's where we are right now, keeping you up to date on what's going on here, live on air everywhere. I know, right? John, he said, I think he had too much black coffee. No, I'm drinking sugar coffee. That's probably where I'm getting a little bit of a sugar buzz. Okay, now we are at Two Strike Community. Tonia Marshall has 52, and Allyson Bronco Bill Wright has 28. And for treasurer, Lewis Wayne Boyd, he has 43 votes, and Myrna Knox has 38 votes. So again, recapping, Tonia Marshall for Two Strike Community, 52, and Allyson with 28. Now we're looking at 𝗥𝗏𝗃 Community. It is Tonia Ray with 19, and Allyson Bronco Bill Wright with 10. For Lewis Wayne Boyd, he has 15, and Myrna has 14. That's for 𝗥𝗏𝗃 Community. So we have one community left, and that's 𝗥𝗀𝗃 Community. 𝗥𝗀𝗃 Community is the last one coming in, and then this election will be in the books, unofficially, of course, till they certify everything. But that's what's going on. Like I said, it's a good time to say thank you to the following. That's Melvin Schott and the Rosebud Election Office. Also, the Administrative Assistant, Automated Election Services, Burdette and TJ teaming up. Koya FM, 88.1 Rosebud St. Francis. Also, we have Channel 93, RST Channel 93. Roger doing a big up job tonight, bringing that on, of course, the Golden West, and, of course, on YouTube. All community judges, all community officers, Pat Badhand and Red Leaf Drum Group earlier tonight. Lawrence Hyatt for his primary election coverage. Of course, KOA for the primary election coverage. All stop here in Rosebud, Turtle Creek in Mission, Buoys in Mission, Wigwam in White River, and Country Fair Store in Winter. Again, we have a total count here. We have the following tallies with the latest added in. For Secretary, Tonia Marshall has 781 votes, or 53.49% of the vote, while Allyson Wright has 679 votes, or 46.51% of the vote. Meanwhile, for the tribal treasurer's position is incumbent Lewis Wayne Boyd with 980 votes, or 67.22% of the vote, while Myrna Knox has 478 votes, or 32.78% of the vote, for a total vote tally so far of 1,458 votes. We have one community left, and we're waiting on 𝗥𝗀𝗃 Community to bring in their final votes here tonight. So that's where we stand. That's where we stand right now. So again, thank you, Roger. Right on, man. I appreciate everything you're doing here tonight, helping me to keep everybody up to date on what's happening here at the 2025 Rosebud Sioux Tribe General Election results here from the Tribal Council Chambers in Rosebud. Appreciate that a lot. And congratulations also going out to White River Tigers football team. Was victorious. Have you heard anything else on Todd County? Have you had a chance to check, Roger? Okay, he's going to check. We'll give you an update. Also an update on St. Francis. And it is Todd County with a, in the fourth quarter now, there's I don't see the score, but they don't have it on there, but they do have the camera. Yeah. I was just looking at time left in the fourth quarter. But Falcons lead 50-22 over the Lower Bull Sioux. And it was a win for White River over the Marty Braves. And it is St. Francis at Little Wound tonight. And they are trailing the Mustangs right now. So I think you were able to find that, weren't you, moments ago? The score. So again, it's the Warriors. He did just find it as I was talking. Awesome. Okay, the Mustangs, it's in the third quarter, lead the St. Francis Warriors 32-6. It's in the third quarter. That's in the season opener for the St. Francis Warriors as they have the ball. I'll just call some play-by-play here for real quick. No, I won't be able to because I don't know what yard line they're on. They're about on the 43-yard line. They're going to go for a pass, and it's almost intercepted by Little Wound. So giving you a little high school coverage there from Little Wound High School and Kyle. Again, the score in the third quarter is the Mustangs 32, the Warriors 6. Of course, Todd County leading in the fourth quarter with probably minutes left. And, of course, mercy rule for White River over the Marty Braves by a score, I think it was 52. Let me check that out. I want to make sure that I say the right score here. Yeah. All right. Oh, Ivan. All right. Ivan Corrigo. He says, give me a shout out. Ivan Corrigo, shout out, bro. Sound like I was going to say, go. Remember how it has the echo when you're in a big stadium? I was ad-libbing a little bit there, but yeah. So, cool, man. Cool. In the final score, 52-0 for White River earlier. Milk's Cap is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Milk's Cap is here. All right. Here we go, everybody. We got the final community and early. All right, here we go. Tonia Ray Marshall, Secretary, Milk's Cap votes. Drum roll. All right, here we go. Tonia Ray Marshall, 13. Allison got 3. Now for treasurer, Wayne got 13. And Myrna, 3. So followed suit there. So we're going to get a final total here. Getting tongue-tied now. All right, now these are unofficial, of course, but it is Tonia Ray Marshall with 794 votes, or 53.79% of the vote, and Allison Wright with 682 votes, or 46.21% of the vote. For treasurer, it is Wayne Boyd with 993 votes, and that's 67.3% of the vote, while it's Myrna Knox with 481 votes, or 32.63% of the vote. So you're up to date, everybody. We have all the unofficial results. These are all unofficial until the committee goes through and checks everything, make sure everything is, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, right? You probably will, huh?
The challenge week.
That's right. Challenge period?
Friday.
Monday through Friday? Or,
First and the 5th.
oh, okay, from the 1st to the 5th. Okay, they'll have a challenge period from the 1st to the 5th coming up next week, even though it's a holiday Monday.
And Wednesdays, the office will be open.
Okay, Monday and Wednesday, the office will be open, so if anybody wants to file a challenge as far as the unofficial results from the election, of the general election being held here today on the Rosebud, you can do that Monday through, and it closes Friday at 5 p.m., right? Or 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
On Friday, the 5th.
Yep.
Oh, cool. So you'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday till 1 o'clock to file a challenge on any of these vote tallies that you want to. Again, I want to thank everybody, especially Melvin Schott, Rosebud Sioux Tribe Election Office, also Administrative Assistant, Automated Election Services, Burdette and TJ. Also, we have Koya FM. Big shout out to Kellen, Star Chief, on the board. You want to?
I wanted to look at your total votes
Yeah.
for each one.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Thank you, Roger. And also RST Channel 93, of course, YouTube channel, and on the Golden West Cable, Channel 93. Also, all community judges. Big shout out to all community officers. Also, a big shout out going out to Pat Badhan and Red Leaf Drum Group. Also, Lawrence Iyett for his primary election coverage. 𝗘𝗹𝗲𝗃 for their primary election coverage. The All Stop in Rosebud here. Turtle Creek in Mission. Bowie's in Mission. Wigwam in White River. And the County Fair Store in Winter. Bernadette, Brenda, Cheryl, Ronnie, big shout out to all of you. Big shout out to all of you. Thank you for the sub. I didn't want to eat. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude and be eating while I'm on the air. I never do that. That's kind of a no-no when you're on the air. So I'm going to pig out here in a moment. I know, right? But no, thank you guys very much. And with that, we will, huh? Yeah, I did this about 10 times tonight. Yeah, about 10 times tonight, eh? We took care of it from the get-go. No. In like Zen, he said. But no, thank you guys very much for a good job. Good job. You bet, you bet. Well, with that, we are going to wrap up things here tonight. We'll have some results posted for you, and in case you missed it, Ronnie, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Red Leaf could have a going away song.
Oh, okay. Are they here?
They're on the way now.
Oh, they are on their way. Okay. Well, we can wait around for a minute. Yeah. We can do that.
It's only appropriate that we have some.
Sure.
I'm gonna come back. They should be on the way.
Okay. Yeah. We can do that. I can go through this again and let people know that. Once again, everybody, thank you for voting. Thank you for voting, and appreciate the fact that that everybody was involved today. A lot of folks involved. Can I get a picture of that? I want to get a picture of that. That way I can, just in case I mess up on my end and don't have access to it tomorrow morning on the radio, but I know that folks are going to be asking, they're going to be messaging me and saying, who won? And I know there's folks that are listening. Thank you so much, everybody that is listening tonight. And I did all that. Yeah, it's all, yep. You bet, man, you bet. We got you covered. Okay, all right, we got you covered. Yeah. True. Okay, we're going to give those election totals again for Secretary Unofficial Tonia Ray Marshall with a total of 794 votes, and Allyson Wright with a total of 682 votes. For Treasurer, it was Wayne Boyd with 993 votes, and Myrna Knox with 481 votes. Now, Tonia Ray got 53.79% of the vote, while Allyson got 46.21% of the vote. On the other hand, for Treasurer, Wayne Boyd got 67.37% of the vote, while Myrna Knox got 32.63% of the vote. So those are the unofficial tallies. Remember, challenge period starts on Monday. It'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it closes at 1 o'clock on Friday this coming week. They will be open on Monday, and they will be open on Wednesday. As, of course, you know, we have Labor Day on Monday, and then we have the observance coming up on Wednesday. So with that said, you know, we want to, again, thank everybody. I've said that more than 100 times tonight, but it's heartfelt and very sincere, because, you know, without everybody's votes, those 1,474 votes, we couldn't have done what we did today as far as getting, you know, folks into those two offices, the Secretary for the Rosebud Sioux Tribe and the Treasurer for the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. So it's very heartfelt. Thank you. And thank you so much for checking us out on 𝗘𝗹𝗃. We're going to be here for a few more minutes here. We're waiting on Pat and the group for a closeout song here tonight. And like I said, wanted to also thank Roger. He did a lot of work here tonight. He was able to get us, you know, on of course, the Channel 93, both on YouTube and, of course, on the Golden West Cable. If you got Golden West Cable, you could watch this, right there in your house or online or whatever the case may be. We'd also like to once again, as Ron asked and requested, to thank everybody who was involved here. It's Melvin Schott, he just walked out, and also RST Election Office, Administrative Assistant, Automated Election Services, Burdette and TJ did a bang-up job here. Also KOY-FM, 88.1 Rosebud St. Francis, streaming live worldwide at KOY.streamon.fm. RST Channel 93, both YouTube and cable. It's also a big thank you going out to all the community judges, all the community officers, and also to Pat Badhand and the Red Leaf Drum Group, who are on their way down to sing a closure song tonight. Lawrence Ayat in the primary election coverage, as well as KOY for election coverage there in the primary. We have All Stop, a big thank you going out to them. Turtle Creek, Buoys, somebody's phone's going off, Wigwam in White River, and the Country Fair Store in White River. So with that said, we had a really good turnout as far as it was good. It was good when you think about it. 1,474 votes. You want to show that? Can we show that? Yeah. Okay. And then, that's one thing I wanted to do too, and I did not do that earlier, is for Antelope Chairperson, it was Melinda Yellow Eagle with 142 votes and Josh Wilson with 164 votes, unofficial. Congratulations going out to Josh. Also, Black Pipe Community Chairperson, it was Natasha Larvey with 33 and Gerald Eaglebear with 25. Corn Creek Chairperson, Audie Larvey, 14, and Gary Black Bear with 13. For Grass Mountain Chairperson, Nicholas Burnett with 27, Vanessa Red Hawk Thompson with 23. Also for Grass Mountain Vice Chairperson was Katrina DeLucia with 27, and Nicole Stone with 22. For Primary Chairperson, it was Archie Brown with a final vote tally, unofficial now, of 32. Leo Grew Sr. with 81, and Ramona Strait with 29. For the Rosebud Chairperson, it was Lena M. Long with 35, Llewellyn M. Wright with 134, and it was William B.B. Long with a total of 80. Thank you very much. Roger. Yep. And going down the list here, it was Rosebud Secretary's position up for grabs in the election community-wise. It was Malia Kills Warrior with 151 and 𝗥cie King with 94. For Soldier Creek Chairperson, it was Lisa Blacklance with a final vote tally of 18 and Tennille Burning Breast with 43. For St. Francis Chairperson, it was Sharon Barrow with 12, Willard Henry Sr. with 56, and Johanna M. Brave with 76. So again, congratulations to all those. And the challenge period opens up Monday, runs through Friday of this next week. They will be open, the election office will be open on Monday and Wednesday for challenge purposes. And of course, with that said, you have that time. If you so choose to challenge, you can do that between Monday, 8 a.m., and also through Friday at 1 o'clock. So keep that in mind if you, like I said, want to challenge. And that's kind of where that stands right now. So that's where we are right now. We're just waiting on the drum group here to arrive back. And Pat and the Red Leaf drum group will be coming back here in just a moment. I have it on good authority from Ronnie that they're on their way. They are on their way. But again, 1,474 votes cast in today's general election. That's pretty cool. Again, congratulations to the Todd County Falcons and the White River Tigers on their first game victories tonight as they went up against their respective opponents and came out victorious in football. Last report, it was St. Francis. There you go. All right, there we go. Thank you so much. We've got it posted. Of course, Roger did that for us, and he always does an awesome job in his posting. I'm jealous. No, I'm not. Wait, I'm gonna put the camera on you. No. But again, we do have it just posted to the KOIFM Facebook page, RST election unofficial results. And again, they are unofficial in the general election results on this August 20th, 2025. So we wanted to make sure that you're able to check those out. And they are posted to our page. We have both the secretary and treasurer and all of the general election community totals as well, who were up for grabs. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool stuff. And keeping you up to date on the latest happenings and the results for both, again, the community chairpersons and the unofficial results are unofficial until they are certified by the election board. And again, 𝗦𝗶𝗘𝗃𝗃, they are here? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You bet. We got the closing song here with Red Leaf. Yeah, I already did.
Okay, all
Yep,
right.
yep.
You guys can go,
Yep.
do they need that there?
No,
Okay,
this will pick
guys,
it up
go ahead.
really good. This will pick it up really good. Again, we have Pat Badhand and the Red Leaf Singers here tonight for the closing song. We thank you guys for coming back down. Appreciate that very much. Pat. Thank you, Red Leaf, for your song tonight. Again, thank you guys very, very much for coming back down and giving our closing song here tonight. Again, everybody, Roger, it's also going to be on the Facebook page for the communications as well, right? The results? Okay. Yeah, it's already there. Hey, Pat, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Take a song down.
Hey, how are you
Take a song
doing?
tomorrow morning. On my way to work,
There you go. There you go.
7:30. On the road again.
I know. There you go. On the road again. I'll sing it for you right now, Pat. But again, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the presentation of RST Communications. Of course, KINI, and of course, KOYA. We appreciate it so much, and we hope everybody has a great night. Remember, you can see the results of tonight's election, unofficial results now, of the election results are on the KOYA Facebook page and the Rosebud Sioux Tribe Communications Facebook page. With that said, we're going to end our broadcast here tonight from Rosebud, and want to say thank you very much for tuning in and being with us tonight. Don't forget to join me, the Miller Man, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. bright and early for Remember the 80s. All requests, I'll have a post up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, so you can make a request. If you've not checked out one of the programs, please do. Then Wrangler Rob will be your way from 9 until about 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So we got a full day of action for you, both on KOYA and Hits 96. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Burnett.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Ronnie. Right on, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Cheryl. You bet. All of a sudden, they lost their voices. All right. With that said, good night, everybody.